So we talking about that?
Nice little segue. I don't care. We can talk about that or not, but you switched it up and said you want to talk about how Kellogg's was designed to make kids not masturbate.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Is that not crazy?
Introduce it, Bailey. Fucking.
Well, the guy that invented Kellogg, the cereal, the fucking nasty ass, it was invented and it had no sugar additives. It was literally just...
they certainly switched that up.
Oh yeah, but
it was just a bunch of fucking Ohio corn fucking ground up and flaked.
It was just cornflakes with no sugar. But he fucking invented this cereal because he was in the war, and a bunch of people he had masturbation was a sin to him. He did not want anybody to masturbate.
Well, it is a fucking sin. Doesn't mean I don't do it.
Well, I don't want to hear about.
Also, doesn't mean that I don't beat the shit out of fucking homeless people on the weekends.
I don't get how masturbating is a sin. I'm just gonna throw that.
I don't get how masturbating works. Honestly, I've never done it once.
His name was John Harvey Kellogg, and he believed that sex and masturbation was an abominable crime.
That's a hell of a fucking name. Fucking, it's like Lee Harvey Oswald, man. That dude's fucking out here trying to kill presidents. I mean, shit, it's up there with that, trying to keep people from masturbating.
Well,
I'd rather the president die.
He put certain ingredients that would lower the testosterone in men.
Yeah.
So every man that would eat it would lower the testosterone, so it made them not have the urge to have sex or masturbate.
So this dude basically innovated the transgender fucking movement that we're going through right now.
Yeah.
Dude, it's kind of what I'm getting from it.
No, watch What Is a Woman, and they talk about the doctor that actually like pushed that agenda.
That really started to push it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, okay, so this article, it says that he adopted his children rather than impregnating his partner because he didn't believe in sex.
That motherfucker was sterile and fucking pissed off that he couldn't have babies. So he's like, no one's allowed to bust.
Maybe his dick just didn't work at all.
But it says he considered masturbation even worse than sex. So he invented this, and it didn't really catch on. So
what, Kellogg's did it? Because they've got a fucking huge
Kellogg's, but the masturbate it didn't stop men from doing what he wanted them to not do.
Of course,
it didn't stop men from masturbating. They kept
Dudes will
masturbating.
see fucking Aunt Jemima on a fucking syrup bottle and be like, you know what, that's hitting me right now. Fucking, let me get this one off right now.
Look at them titties.
So
it's the weirdest shit you've ever masturbated to, Jeff.
He also wanted to flush out. He thought if you got all the impurities out of your bowels, that it would also help you from not having that sexual urge to masturbate or to have sex.
This guy just wanted to come through the butthole. That's all that sounds like.
So,
I'm reading this dude like a book.
He developed an enema machine that would clean out the intestines.
Called it.
And so
he also
said if you eat half a thing of yogurt and you put the other half in your butt, that it will flush your intestines out enough to where you won't have these urges. Which
I'm done with this guy.
Isn't it fucking crazy? This is why I wanted to talk about it, because it's crazy.
It's pretty fucking nuts.
It's crazy.
I just don't know what's going through this dude's head. Fucking, he obviously has some fucking mental illness that fucking is causing him to fucking what's the word? Interject with other people, reflect his true emotions on other people. Sounds like he was very far in the closet and just didn't want fucking other people having fun. And he was just mad about the fact that he was gay.
It was either
he invented a fucking enema machine.
It was either he was gay or he did not. Well, gay people like having sex. Gay men love having sex.
That's why they're gay.
But what?
I have no clue.
No, but like he either was gay, what your theory is, or your other theory of he could not have children and he was pissed off about having children.
I mean,
he sounds like he's just deranged.
Yeah. The whole thing with like masturbation being worse than like premarital sex or something, that's kind of like a common theme in a lot of religions though, because it's like a lot of the super religious people are under like the conception or like they're under the school of thought that like sex is about procreation, and when you're not like actively trying to procreate, you're just busting a nut to feel good. It's fucking evil in the devil's work,
I get that, but the thing is that he adopted his children so he would not have sex with his wife.
There's some.
I don't. That sounds like some closet gay shit.
Well, so none of the Kellogg cereal worked None of his enema machine did not stop men from masturbating. Did
And
not
think
stop
about
anybody.
it, because Kellogg's implies that fucking one day they got Frosted Flakes, so then he fucking must have one time just been like indulged in his fucking gay urges. He's like, Frosted Flakes, baby.
Frost my
crazy.
flakes
I did
for
not think
me.
of that, but that might be why it is.
Yeah.
And then he got a little sweet, huh?
This is a banger segment already.
So none of that shit worked.
He definitely got a little
And
sweet.
so, to stop masturbation, he went a step further than making the cereal that he thought with the chemicals in it would make people stop masturbating. The enema machine didn't work. The fucking yogurt in the mouth and ass did not work. So he said, you know what? I recommend.
Sounds like one big euphemism there.
He said, I recommend for women to stop masturbating, because it's not just men, it's women too. Masturbating was a sin for anybody.
Yeah.
He recommended that women apply carbolic acid to their clit.
Yeah.
I still
burn
recommend they
it.
do this.
What?
Yeah, I don't know how to work a clitoris, therefore
burn it
women should
all.
not be able to feel
Burn
good.
them off.
This is why we got
burn
so
it.
many gays in this world. Only
'cause
women know how to work
girls know
that
how
shit.
to work that. But so he recommended that girls just burn their clit off. He was like, you know what? We don't need that. All they need is the insides. And for the boys, he's suggesting.
They essentially just need a sleeve for men to come inside of.
Yeah, basically.
Jesus
that's
Christ,
that's
this
what he
dude is
wanted.
something else.
So for the boys, he suggested threading silver wire through the foreskin to prevent erections and cause irritation.
Yeah.
I bet you like that. I bet you like threading that silver wire.
Oh, yeah, are you talking to me?
He
I'm looking
likes
at you.
Specifically?
Yeah.
He
Oh,
likes getting the
Jesus.
boners after threading the wire.
Yeah. It's like what's that where you put a tube in your
The
urethra?
ripping and the tearing.
Sounding.
Sounding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you like sounding
What?
too. You don't know what sounding is?
No.
You've never heard of sounding before?
You've never been into Hustler?
Oh, dude, they have fucking like vibrating rods that you can stick down your
so
dick
you
hole.
know,
Fucking-
in science, you know that fork-looking thing. In
Bro.
science, you'd hit the sounding rod and
yeah,
it vibrate.
A tuning
Yeah.
fork.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they have those for
Okay.
fucking your penis.
Okay.
You
but-
shove that in your penis.
But hold on a second, because I've had a couple surgeries, and you know,
I was like, where's she going with this?
no, check it out, and you know, they put a catheter in you, and like after having the surgery, like, and then going to like piss the next day, like it fucking is painful.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
so this
why are we shoving shit down our pee holes? Because
Well,
it
so
sounds like it's
Awkward.
gonna.
You know, some people, dude, there's ball busting kinks out there.
Oh, yeah.
Bro. Some people just like pain.
So you shove
damn it.
you shove a sounding rod into your urethra.
Yeah.
And they have different sizes. So at Hustler, if you look at them, there's like really tiny ones, and then they go to fucking bigger than you thought your
Yeah,
penis could fucking open up.
You gotta.
You ever
use the
seen Two Kids
smaller
in a
ones and
Sandbox?
Expand it.
You've never seen, you know what Two Kids in a Sandbox is, Jeff? In 8th grade, fucking, you know, like two girls, one cup,
Yeah, I
one
know
guy,
Two
one
Girls, One
horse,
Cup,
one
yeah.
guy, one jar, and
Yeah,
stuff like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
In
One
8th
guy,
grade,
one
I was
jar.
exposed to all of that. I'm not going to say his name, but fucking, it's a kid that I went to grade school and went over to his house, and fucking, he was watching those while I was trying to play Far Cry
you
2
were the
on
kid
his
in the
Xbox 360.
sandbox with him. I
Well,
get it.
no. Two Kids in a Sandbox is this girl who sticks a fucking like regular sized dildo down some dude's fucking dick, and it fucking splits apart like a banana peel. It's fucking crazy. It's
Jesus.
like, yeah.
Well, that's what the sounding rod. Like they get up to the point where you're like, man,
I was
that
in
shouldn't
8th
go
grade,
inside a
Jeff.
human.
8th
But-
grade.
You put the sounding rod in, you tap it with the tuning fork, and it vibrates. And I would assume.
Well, they have some that are just hooked up to a cable that just fucking.
Well, no,
yeah.
that,
Yeah, you
that's
can
like
just
shocking.
choose-
You think
choose
they have
a
the ones that
frequency.
wiggle too, like fucking some of those dildos?
Like a vibrator.
Like you ever been on Pornhub and seen those like little things in the fucking dildos that fucking flick? And you're like-
hey, buddy.
Look, we got like way out there with this.
That's
and
just
and-
masturbating
this,
for women?
This is the craziest
Yeah,
fucking segment
I know.
we've done on Your House
I know.
Horrible Shit.
Well, when you were talking about like religious, like you know, weird shit, like with the religions and their like you know preferences about sex and stuff like that. There's I think it's Mormons or it might be Amish or something. There's one where like where like penetration is okay, but like the like actual humping is not okay.
That's
I think it's Mormons.
The Mormons, yeah.
But so what they do is they have a friend or someone that comes up and bounces on the bed.
Yep.
So that way you're not doing it,
Yeah.
but the bouncing is causing
Yep.
the intercourse
Just
to
fucking
happen.
stick your dick in and have a seizure. That's
well,
fucking.
what is it? What is it called where you just stick your penis in?
I have
and
epilepsy.
You don't move? That's called something. It's the Mormons
see,
do
that
it.
one I don't know because that
They
sounds
just
boring.
stick
Yeah.
their penis in and they don't move.
I can't remember what the term is, but yeah, they actually have people that come up and they bounce on the beds behind them because doing the movement themselves is a sin or whatever. So they have buddies that come in while they're inside their woman, and they bounce on the bed to cause that.
Is that where the monkeys jumping on the bed happened? Is that what that came from?